Afternoon, folks. Apparently my camera is a little funky. That's better.
Professor Beatty, I'm just going to say this at the start of class. My internet hates me right now. It stopped 3 times during databases third-party frameworks. It's lagging currently, so if I leave class, it's because Zoom hates me and it kicks me off.
Okay, duly noted. Oh, wait a minute, let's see here. Something weird's going on. Oh, hang on. That's not right at all. There. Just trying to get breakout rooms, at least get the process started so that they're a little easier for later. So, other than Dustin's internet, how is everyone doing? Reasonably good. Okay. We still got another minute or so before we get started. Let's see. Trying to set things up here. There are a couple things that I want to talk about before we get into it today. I will give people time to work on stuff, though. Let's see here. Group 6. Okay, let's see here. It is that time. Let's go ahead and get started. I want to talk about a few things before we break out into our breakout rooms. So I'm going to share my screen quick. I want to talk a little bit more about the whole MongoDB compass, because there's some stuff you should know about getting things set up. So setting up your initial cluster is not that big of a deal, but making sure everything works right gets a little more challenging. I know I mentioned yesterday when you go to your connect, you want to choose the connect your application, and this will be what you're going to put in for your database. So you will no longer need to use the dbbat. You can use this. Now, an important thing to note is when you put in the password, it doesn't fill in the password. You put in the password that you set for the cluster. Get rid of the less than and greater than symbols in there too. Okay, so it's going to be your username, your password, and you're going to remove the less than, greater than, because it's going to think that's part of your password if you don't. Of course, that's in your password. And
Be
then
like a string, or will it just be the password, like without like the marks on it,
it
like
would, what do you mean?
it being set up as a string, just the password, or set up like a string?
Just the password is fine.
Okay.
Okay. We're not worried about too much security here, to be honest. Okay, another thing that could cause you problems, and this is also very important, is if you go back, this setup connection security, because you're going to put in your IP address, but you have other teammates, so you need to find out their IP addresses as well to add them to the whitelist. So you can just click on this little IP whitelist tab and add other IP addresses so that you can make sure everyone on your team can access the database. Because otherwise that would not be very cool and sort of eliminate the point of putting this online.
Can the teammates add their own IP address, or does the person that made the account have to add it for them?
Well, okay. Depends. If you want to, if whoever sets up the account doesn't mind sharing the account password so they can log in, that's fine.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to just create like a dummy account for the whole team to use, I'm cool with that. And then just everyone agrees, at the end of this, I'm changing the password. However you want to do that. Okay. But ultimately, everyone needs to have access. Make sense? Okay. Cool. All right. So does anyone have any questions about the whole database setup and everything? Sound pretty easy? I know at least one group has set it up. Have any of the other groups set it up? Okay. Joe, your team's got it going? Excellent. It wasn't too bad, was it? Nope, Joe says no. In truth, your code should still work just the same. You just need to change the path of the database for in your Mongoose Connect, just like I showed you yesterday. Any other questions about this assignment? All right, well, then I guess what I will do is I'll go send you all into your rooms. Let's see. Everyone should have a room invite. Kayla, Charlie, you should have room invites.
I don't know if I went through, but how will other team members figure out their IP so I could put it on the whitelist?
One way that you could do it is if you go to Google and you type in "find my IP," it gives it to you.
Okay, thanks. I'll join my break room now.
Okay. Everyone should be coming back very shortly. There we go. Okay, a couple of things. First of all, if you have not done the participation survey, please take care of that now. Second of all, some good things to keep in mind as you're working on this stuff. When you're doing your Git repos, you want to make sure that you ignore the node modules. There are a lot of node modules in this project. You really do not want to maintain those in your repo. That would be unfortunate for everybody. Okay, any final questions, concerns, whatever?
I have a question
Let's hear it.
about where do we put the people's APIs in Mongo Atlas
IPs.
or IP? Sorry,
You want to do it in the whitelist.
in the
And
whitelist.
in the whitelist.
Where is the whitelist?
Where is the whitelist? That's an excellent question. So let me show you again. If you've already got your cluster created, let me share my screen. So if you've got your cluster here, when you go to connect, it's going to bring you here. It's already got the setup on the connection security. But if you go back on that, then you can click right here. It says IP whitelist tab.
Right.
And it'll bring you to this page where you can edit.
Oh, okay. And I can add people.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
And an easy way to get your IP, your current IP, mine changes, unfortunately, fairly frequently because of my provider. But you can just go to Google and say, "What's my IP?" and it'll give it to you. Okay.
Got it.
All right. Any other questions? Okay. If you have already done the participation survey, then I've got one more requirement, and that is have a good weekend. Take care, everyone. See you all.